absolutely well. Welcome back to another reading. So today's reading is Who is Secretly Admiring You and Why? Okay, so we have three groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you want to pause the video to choose whichever group is calling out to you, feel free to do so. But I shall see you all in your readings. Hey, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this here rock, then this is for you. So, first of all, who is admiring you? And then we'll see why they're admiring you, okay? So who is admiring you, group 1? For those of you who chose group 1, should I say. So we have the Queen of Cups, upright. We have the Lovers, upright, too. We have Strength reversed, interesting. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So who is secretly admiring you, group 1? Sorry. Bugging me. Okay. So I feel for some of you, this could be someone you have been intimate with already. Maybe you have a desire to be intimate with this person. Maybe you were intimate with them in the past for some of you. This is someone that you could perceive or be perceived as emotionally intelligent. I'm hearing for some of you even like aware. Maybe like aware of their surroundings. They could, give off that impression. This is someone as well who they could have feminine features, even if they're a dude, like they could have, feminine features. Or they could like give off a feminine energy, like they could, I want to say, I don't know why, I want to say sweet, like this person could give off a bit of a sweet energy, or, at times. But I feel for some of you, like this could be someone you currently have feelings for. I mean, maybe some of you, this was a past thing, but I feel for like the most part that this is someone you have feelings for at this moment, or someone who you feel a connection with. For some, I feel you could perceive this person as vulnerable. Like some of you could see this person as being vulnerable in some way. I feel like there could be this mutual attraction between you and this person, whoever's, secretly admiring you. I feel like there could be an attraction there. Like you can definitely find this person attractive. Yeah. For some of you, you could find their intensity attractive, or the intensity of the connection attractive. But overall, it feels like a very, attractive energy. Like maybe even I feel like you can be my soulmate kind of energy. I feel this person could even be perceived as egotistical at times. This may not be for everyone, but this person could be perceived as egotistical. And but I get the feeling that this is someone who is quite loving, though. This is someone who's quite loving, maybe even really quite sensitive as well. But I feel like they may not like to show it at times, or in certain, company, certain environment. So yeah, they could hide the fact that they're like sweet, or that they're loving, or that they're kind, in some way. Like I feel this is someone who doesn't like to appear vulnerable. So for some of you, you could work with this person, or yeah, I feel for some of you, you could work with this person, or if this is like resonating so far, like this person could like work in a team. I mean, like, I don't know, most places do they work in teams? I don't know, but this is someone who could maybe work in like a close-knit team, um, like even like in a position where they have to maybe network for some of you as well. I feel for some of you, you could even, this person who's secretly admiring you, you could want this person to open their heart to you, or you could want this person to open up to you in some way. And I feel also that for some of you, you may even have like a desire to nurture this person also. Yeah. So now let's see, why is this person admiring you? If you're resonating with this so far anyway, why is this person admiring you? So the first card we have is Temperance upright. Wow, okay, interesting. We have the Moon upright. We have the Fool upright. And we have the Four of Chalices upright. Nice. So why do they admire you? You have 3 major arcana up here. So that could be quite significant too. Okay, so I feel for some of you, okay, I feel that this person could admire your peaceful nature. If you feel like you're someone who could be perceived as having like a chill, peaceful, make love, not war kind of vibe, then this person could admire that about you. I feel like this person admires how you started over in some regards. For some of you, I mean, it could be in regards to how you started over from them. I don't feel like it's that though. I feel like it could be how you started over um in life in general, it's like you turned over a chapter or you changed something about yourself, or you kind of leveled up in a way, or it was just there was a significant fresh start for you, and this person admires that you were able to bring this about for yourself. And I feel like this person also admires how mysterious you are. They admire how seductive you are as well without trying. Yeah, so some of you could be really like sexy, really seductive. I don't even feel like it's sexy. It's just like this seductive quality to you, like this very attractive quality, like the moon, right? Um, but yeah, they admire how much, how seductive they find you, or how seductive you can be naturally. If any of you can relate to being like a little bit low key, then this person could admire that about you. If you kind of live a low key lifestyle, like, not too many people could say that they actually maybe, know you really, or know much about you. Um, or if you just maybe live a quiet life, it may be a quiet life, but there's something low key. It's like you don't really know what you're up to, so I can't even say it's a quiet life because I really don't know. It almost feels like that. So yeah, for some of you, they could admire how low key you are, or how how chill or peaceful you try to keep your environment or your life. No drama kind of energy is what it feels like. This person also admires how spontaneous you are. They admire how fun and youthful and funny, like even some of you, this person finds you goofy, um, but they admire that about you. Like some of you can be really quirky, like really free-minded, open-minded, free-spirited kind of people, and they really admire that about you. Like, even though this person could admire how mysterious you are, maybe even sometimes how withdrawn you can be, um, but this person, there's like there's this receptive energy to you. I don't even feel like receptive is the right word. Maybe warm. It's like there's something really welcoming about you, even if you may, you know, be a little bit standoffish, or maybe even a little bit shy, boundaries, uh, but this person still finds Like this person loves how open you are, you know? And that's funny. Yeah, this person loves how open you are. This could be in regards to something specific. I think this is just purely open-minded. That's so funny because the Four of Swords came out, but but I put another card on top of it, and the Ace of Swords came out as well. So this person could just really admire how open-minded you seem, or how open-minded you are. Like there's something broad and diverse about you that this person really admires. But yeah, even if you can seem a bit standoffish, there's still this welcoming energy about you. Do you know what I mean? There's this duality here that you have that this person really admires. This person admires your maybe your ability to withdraw, like maybe whenever you need to withdraw, um or maybe even knowing when to leave a situation, or knowing when to walk away, or just knowing when to, but this person really admires your free will, like the free will that you show in life, in how you live your life as well. Like if any of you resonate with being like domesticated in any way, whether that means I don't know what domesticated really means, even, to be honest, but it's like keeping a nice home or something like that. But for some of you, this person can admire how domesticated you are, or how good you are in like a home setting, for example, right? uh oh, okay, let me see something. So yeah, some of you could be quite even tempered. Like even if someone is pushing buttons, maybe you're quite chill, or maybe you just know how to keep cool under pressure, or you at least give off that energy. That's how like this person perceives you anyway, and that is another quality of yours that this person admires. All right. But yeah, that is all I have for you, group one. This was such a lovely reading. I hope you found it a lovely reading too, but this was like such a positive reading that I've done for quite a bit, but it seemed lovely. So yeah, I hope it resonated. I hope it can make sense for you, and I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys. All right, so take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing okay. Welcome to your reading if you chose this heart-shaped stone. Welcome, okay? So let's first find out who is secretly admiring me. Oh my gosh, what? Okay, let's start this again. So who is secretly admiring you? And then we'll see why they're secretly admiring you, okay? So who is secretly admiring you for those who chose group 2? All right, so the first card we have is the Knight of Swords upright, Emperor reversed, Knight of Pentacles upright, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. And then we'll see why they're... I was about to say obsessed, but that's not what we're doing, are we? But for some of you, maybe this person's a little bit obsessed. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see, right? Okay. So, who is secretly admiring you? Okay, so I feel like the person who is secretly admiring you, they could be someone who is quite talkative. I feel like this is someone who could be slightly aggressive, but at the same time friendly. Like they could just be naturally aggressive, or it could just be like this hyper kind of energy that they have at times. Yeah, I feel for some of you, this could be someone who's like a little bit hyper at times, maybe moves about a lot, maybe a little bit fidgety. Maybe they always have to be, touching something, or, kind of energy. Maybe not all the time, maybe just sometimes. Maybe for some of you, this could be someone who's a bit nervous, but I don't really feel that for a lot of you. For some of you, this moving about a lot could be in terms of like location, or, you know, homes, travel, something like that. I feel like this is someone who could be perceived as generous or giving, or maybe this person has been generous or giving towards you, or this person has just, you've seen this person be kind, or you've seen this person like go out of their way. Like that's the energy I kind of get with the Four of Pentacles reverse. Well, that's the energy I'm getting right now anyway. Is that yeah, that this could be someone who, yeah, it's almost like mi casa es su casa, you know? It's just like what's mine is yours, like my house is your house. Like this could be someone who's, you know, is quite generous, quite sweet with their belongings, their time, even their energy. For some of you, this could be someone who is maybe not the best with saving. Um, they could be like, you know, spend now, think about it later, sort of thing, like, you know, worry about it another time, or the universe got me, so I know I'm good. Like, so yeah, for some of you, they could have, you know what some people could perceive as bad spending habits, but you know, everyone's life is different, you know, so you can't, I don't know. But yeah, so this could be someone who's maybe not too focused on saving, or maybe they do save, but maybe just like dip into it every now and again, you know, something like that. It doesn't even have to be extreme, but for some of you, this could be someone who's like almost like YOLO sometimes. I feel like this could be someone who, they could either speak loud, their voice carries, or they have like a distinctive tone or a distinctive quality to their voice. It's like if you, you know, I don't know, if you heard them and you couldn't see them, basically, like you would be able to know it's them, if that makes sense. Does everyone's voice do that though? I don't know. Not everyone's voice does that. Not everyone's voice has that distinctive. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But they could have a distinctive quality, or what you may perceive as a distinctive quality in their voice. I feel for some of you, like this could be perceived as someone, this person that secretly admires you could be perceived as someone who maybe doesn't stand up for themselves at times, or yeah, who maybe doesn't stand up for themselves. This could be at times, you know, they could just be like, you know, who cares sort of energy, but yeah, they may not, yeah. I feel like this is someone who is motivated though, like in terms of their money, like specifically their money, but maybe for their career in general as well. Like I'm hearing for some of you that this could be someone who, you know, who could have a tedious job, or who could have like a job that's like almost repetitive, or maybe some of you have had like repetitive experiences with this person who is secretly admiring you. They could have a physical job as well, where they're like working physically, or where they are um I was gonna say out in the real world, but I don't know. Maybe some of you would classify it like that, but I kind of just meant maybe like working outdoors, perhaps. Like that's what I meant, but someone had some other ideas, you know. Um, but yeah, this could also be someone who could be perceived as maybe a little bit tentative at times, or a little bit cautious. But yes, now let's see. Now let us see. Um, oh my god, my brain just went blank there for a second. I'm so sorry. Why they admire you, group two, for those of you who chose group two. So the first card we have is Hangman reversed. We have Four of Swords upright, Tower reversed, and Page of Wands reversed. Okay. So why does this person admire you? This looks interesting. I can't wait to like see what it's about. So why do they admire you? Okay, so I feel like whomever this person is, I feel like this person doesn't necessarily, they're not necessarily sure why they admire you. I feel like this person could just admire you in general. And I feel for some of you, this could be almost like how they perceive you a little bit, you know? So yeah, admire, perceive, I feel like it's all kind of mixed in with this one. So I feel for, I don't know why, I feel for some of you, you may not talk to this person that much, or you may not have much contact with them, or um, like something is like was premature, or it feels premature in some way. But yeah, for some of you, this person could admire or perceive you as quiet, or they admire how quiet or reserved you are, or how reserved you can be in certain situations. For some of you, if you could perceive yourself as shy, or if you recognize this person down here at least, um, if you resonate with them finding you shy, then they could find that cute. They could admire that quality in you, but they could find it a little bit adorable at the same time. Like this person almost admires your innocence. 1 second. One second. Okay, so for some of you, this is like the innocence you try to hide. Like, so for some of you, it's almost, it could be that they admire that you hide your innocence. Like, so for example, if you're someone who's naturally like bubbly, fun, spontaneous, like, in for a good time, good vibe, but you kind of all, like for some of you, it's like when to protect that energy, because sometimes when people are, sweet and giving and kind and innocent, people like to take advantage of that. And maybe some of you, okay, maybe some of you are aware of that, or maybe this person is aware of that. And it's almost like, I admire that you don't show this innocence, or I admire that only I get to see it, or something like that. Or they admire the fact that you try to hide it, but maybe it slips out sometimes. But yeah, they admire your innocence in some way. Like there's this childlike innocence to you, or at least in their perception, and they really admire that about you. They can think it's sweet in some way. Like this person admires how amiable you are. They admire how good natured you seem. You seem really chill. You seem level headed. Like you seem even. But that's so funny. We're talking about someone who's level headed, and we have the Tower reversed and the Page of Wands reversed, and the Hangman reversed. So for some of you, I'm hearing like this person admires the sacrifices that you maybe had to make, or maybe the sacrifices that you have made in your life, maybe to get you where you are today, maybe sacrifices in terms of another person in your life, So for some of you, it's like this person could admire how selfless you've been in a certain situation, or if you're someone who is selfless, they could admire that about you. But for some of you, I'm hearing like they admire how intense you are, okay? And like this intensity could be directed to them, or they could perceive it as being directed to them. But either way, they do feel like there is this intensity about you that they really admire. But it's almost subtle. It's almost like cheeky. It's almost like, yeah, it's subtle. It's like it's subtle. It feels like, it's like the surface of the water, and it's like you feel like you glimpsed a whale or a dolphin or something, or a fish like below the surface of the water. Like that's what it feels like. It's almost like I can see the surface of you, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting like subtle hints, or I'm seeing like subtle signs about who you could actually be. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like anyway. I hope that made sense. um This person could also admire the fact that you take risks, or that you've taken a few risks in your life, in your journey, or you could be quite risque in general, but they do admire that about you. There's this self-awareness to you, or maybe you're someone who's just aware of your environment, aware of who's around you. Maybe you're someone who's, you're listening. It's like you got your ears wide open. It's like you're smart, you're intelligent, you pick up on stuff. And that this person could admire that about you. So yeah, they could admire your self-awareness, or your awareness in general. And I feel like this person just admires you in general. Like, they can't even really put their finger on it themselves, They can't really, like, they obviously, they can tell you, they could, this person could give you a list of the stuff that they like about you, that that they admire about you. But it's like, I don't know. It's just like there's this special quality to you, but I'm not really sure what it is. I feel like there's I don't okay, let me just think of a better way to describe this. Ugh. Okay, so I was gonna say something else, but for some of you, this person admires how stuck you are. And I feel this could be in terms of communication. So maybe I don't really know what to say, maybe a certain level of shyness, or like anxiety, or like social anxiety in some way, where you just maybe don't know how to make small talk, or you don't know how to make conversation sometimes. But yeah, they could really admire that about you. Group 2, 3, 2. And finally, I feel like this person also admires your ability to adapt. Yeah, that's what it felt like earlier. That's what I was trying to explain. I feel like adapt could be like, the most appropriate word to explain it. But there's something about you, it's just, it feels not normal, but not in a bad way, like in a really good way. Like unusual maybe. But yeah, this person also admires your ability to adapt, right? um but yeah, that's all I have for you, group. For those of you who chose group 2, I hope this could resonate, I hope it could make sense. But I'm wishing you all the absolute best on your journeys moving forward, all right? So take care of yourselves. Bye. Okay, beautiful people who chose this here stone, then this reading is for you. Who admires you? Who is secretly admiring you? And then we're going to look into why they're secretly admiring you, okay? So who is secretly admiring you? Ooh, okay, so we have the Lovers. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Star reversed, and the Queen of Wands upright. And then we'll look at why they admire you after, okay? Sorry, this, oh God, trying to get it straight. Anyway, so what do they admire about you? No, who is admiring you? Sorry. Okay, so I feel like this is someone who maybe you used to date, for some of you, but I feel for some of you this was definitely perhaps non-romantic. I feel like you could have fooled around with this person, but in like a non-romantic way. So maybe like had fun with them. Maybe they was a friend and you guys fooled around together. Again, not in a sexual way, not in a, romantic way, but it just seems like you could have had fun with this person at some point in your life. I feel that this person, I feel for some of you, this is someone who you could have cut out of your life, or maybe limited how much they was in your life. Or, yeah. because there's like this energy of a missed opportunity. So whoever this person is, you could have felt like you missed an opportunity with them, or you could feel like they missed an opportunity with you. This is someone who maybe you perceive as lacking experience with children, or perhaps you perceive them as just lacking experience in general. This could be, I feel like this could be in any direction, honestly. It could be in regards to career, it could be in regards to, experience in the bedroom, perhaps. It could be just experience. Like you could feel like they lack experience. I feel some of you that like there was a missed opportunity, to be honest, and it could be coming from their side, it could be coming from your side, but there was a missed opportunity, to be honest. This is someone who is attractive. Like this is someone who could be married as well. This could be someone who is perceived as immature or maybe too young, this is someone who's quite bold though, and this is someone who could be quite different. Different in terms of what? Different in terms of like this could be this different, or I'm hearing for some of you difference. It could be in regards to what was I gonna say? Oh, totally forgot. Gosh. Sorry, one moment. Yes. Oh, stop. In terms of maybe how they move on, maybe in terms of resistance or maybe even being stubborn. But yeah, you could just perceive this person as different, or they could be different. Maybe for some of you, you could perceive this person as being in a different league. In comparison, though, like that's what it feels like. It feels like there's a comparison here. I don't know. Yeah. So for some of you as well, this could be a Gemini. This is the first time I've thrown out a star sign in this reading today. But yeah, this person could be a Gemini for some of you. This is someone who could perhaps be perceived as a little bit pessimistic or a little bit negative at times. I'm hearing for some of you, like this could be someone who, unfortunately, them people that just always have something bad to say. I know some people literally just cannot help it. It's just like who they are in their bones. Like, but yeah, some of you could perceive this person as someone who maybe just doesn't have much nice things to say. I don't feel like this is all the time though. So yeah, they could be perceived as a little negative. This person could be perceived as mature. I'm hearing for others of you maybe more mature than their age, or more mature than they look, at least. Like this is someone who you could also perceive as dressing nice, or they care about their appearance, they care about looking good. This is also someone who could be perceived as maybe charming as well. Nah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that charming message. Maybe that is the case for some of you. Maybe they have the ability to be charming, but they don't necessarily lead with that, charming side of them. This is someone who could have pursued you at some point and then gave up. And again, this could be non-romantic. Like maybe they, wanted to pursue a certain idea with you, or they wanted to pursue just something with you, okay? But it's almost like they gave up, or they called it quits after some time. And finally, this could be someone who is quite open-minded as well. Yeah. So now we're going to look at why is this person admiring you. So the first card we have is the 10 of Pentacles upright. Um, the oh my god, my mind is doing a blank. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. 10, 10, 10. I wonder what that means. Maybe that has some sort of significant meaning in there. So 10 of Pentacles upright, Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Cups reverse, and finally the Tower as for why this person is admiring you. Okay. So I believe this person could perceive you as having a little bit of an unusual lifestyle, or they admire the fact that you kind of lead an unusual lifestyle, you know, than what they perceive to be a typical lifestyle, or they really admire some sort of unusual dynamic. Like this could be an unusual dynamic between you and someone else, but I feel like this is in terms of being a unit, you know, in terms of being a team with someone. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be in terms of friendship, parent-child relationship even. It could be like that kind of dynamic. But they admire a certain dynamic that you have in your life. This person really admires your stability. Like I'm hearing like you're a pillar of strength. So for some of you, this person could look at you as if you're a pillar of strength. Not necessarily to them. I mean, maybe you have been in the past. For some of you, I'm hearing that you have actually been a pillar of strength for this person in the past. But they just admire how strong you are in general, I think. But it's almost like how much you've stood tall. They admire how much you've stood tall. They love how straightforward you are. Maybe even cutthroat. Like maybe some of you, if you can be a bit abrupt, straightforward. Maybe this is, you know, unintentional, intentional. Maybe, yeah. But they like how cutthroat you can be, or you know how straightforward you are at times. Like this person really admires the fact that you've turned your life around. Yeah, they admire how you've turned your life around. This person could also admire how distant you are. Like this could be a distance in general, like a bit of a vacancy. Like maybe you detach at times, like maybe sometimes you just zone out. But I don't feel like that's what it is for a lot of you. I mean, that could definitely be the case though. I feel like it could be for some of you. But this person admires how distant you are from them now. So it's like, I'm not saying codependency is involved or was involved. I mean, maybe that could be the case, but that's like the best way I can describe it. Do you know when you kind of care about someone's opinion and then you're just like, why do I care about your opinion? You know, not even in a negative way, not even in a way where you're just like, you know, fuck you and your opinion. Not like that, but it's almost like this person admires how much distance you've created between yourself and them, or how much distance you've created in terms of who you are, maybe than the person that they knew you to be, you know? So yeah. For some of you, this distance could be in terms of like a look you have, like, you know, like a bit of a distant, not interested, like rest in be sort of face. This person really admires your work ethic as well. Like, I don't know why I'm getting this message, but it's like this person admires that you turned off them. Or for some of you, they admire that you turned them off something. Like say for example, sausages, right? There's a lot of stuff in sausages, and maybe you turn them against sausages, but they really admire the fact that you were able to do that, okay? So for some of you, it could be a sort of situation like that where you turn them off something, you know, in a way to help them improve, perhaps. This is funny. So I'm actually hearing that for some of you, this person really admires how non-kid friendly you are. but at the same time, you're still a little bit kid friendly, if that makes sense, or you're still cool with children, you're still good with children, but at the same time, you may not be entirely fond of children, but they really admire that dynamic you could have with kids. Like, say, for example, like you could be someone who's just not a kid. There's some people who are just like awesome with kids, like this, like awesome, okay, and like really friendly, approachable, know how to, interact with kids and stuff. And then there's some people who like it's almost like, do you know that person that would talk to a kid like an adult? Like, I'm going to talk to you how I would maybe talk to my friends, or, just talk to another grown up, talk to you with respect, kind of. This could sound really weird, but yeah, so they could really admire how you are with kids. Um, Even if it's a little unorthodox, even if it is a little unusual. I don't know. This is making me laugh. Because it feels sweet. It seems like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, this person really admires how you rebuilt your life. This person also admires how you're just not easily impressed. Like there could be something about you just not easily impressed. Like it could just be your facial expression. Maybe you guys are making me laugh. Um, Yeah, so yeah, you guys could be someone who's just not easily impressed, or maybe you just don't show it on the surface. This person really admires how knowledgeable you are, but this can be random knowledge. Like you could just know like some really random facts, but they do admire your knowledge, regardless. They really admire how put together you are. Like some of you can be classy birds, some of you can be dead classy. And this is just in energy. Like this could be just in energy. This could obviously be in terms of how you dress as well, but I feel like class is more of an energy thing anyway, rather than opposed to how someone appears. But like there's a certain class to you that this person admires anyway. For some of you, this may not resonate for everyone, but maybe a select few of you, this person admires how little support you have, or for some of you, no support. This person admires that you have no support, or like no family unit, or just no strong community or support unit around you, but it's like you're still thriving. Like I'm even hearing for some of you, maybe you kind of, journeyed to another country, and maybe you have no families, and maybe you had to start over and rebuild your life in this place, but you thrived even though there was these differences, maybe, coming into a different culture, coming into a different environment, especially with no support, you still thrived, and this person really admires that about you. But for others of you, this person just really admires the fact that you maybe had to go at it alone, but you still ended up, bossing it, like seriously. So yeah, this person really admires. Do you know what I'm hearing? This person actually could be a little bit jealous, that you don't actually need that much support, or that you were able to kind of come to a certain place without having much support or backing behind you, or influence. Like this person admires, but could be a little bit jealous that that you're not easily influenced, or yeah, not easily influenced. They really admire how down to earth you are as well. And for some of you, this person really admires how abrupt you can be. Okay, like how abrupt you can be. Ooh, okay, hold on, let me check. Some of you are problem solvers as well, which they really admire, and that is the last message I'm getting. But yeah, I hope this reading could resonate. Oh my gosh, I literally have about 10 seconds left on the camera. So that's so funny. So I'm wishing you guys all the best. Take care of yourselves. I hope this resonated. Love you. Have an awesome day, week, year. Bye.